When her sister Pauline was elected prioress, she asked Therese for the ultimate sacrifice. Because of politics in the convent, many of the sisters feared that the Martin family would take over the convent. Therefore, Pauline had asked Therese to remain a novice in order to allay the fears of the others that the three sisters would push everyone else around. This meant she would never be a fully professed nun, that she would always have to ask permission for everything she did. This sacrifice was made a little sweeter when her sister Celine entered the convent after her father's death. 4 of the sisters were now together once again. Therese continued to worry about how she could achieve holiness in the life she led. She did not want to be just good, she wanted to be a saint. She thought there must be a way for people living hidden little lives like hers.
I feel in me the vocation of the priest. I have the vocation of the apostle. Martyrdom was the dream of my youth, and this dream has grown with me. Considering the mystical body of the church, I desired to see myself in them all. Charity gave me the key to my vocation. I understood that the church had an art, and that this art was burning with love. I understood that love comprised all vocations, that love was everything, that it embraced all times and places. In a word, that it was eternal. Then, in the excess of my delirious joy, I cried out, "Oh Jesus, my love, my vocation, at last I have found it. My vocation is love."
When an antagonist was elected prioress, new political suspicions and plotting sprang up. The concern over the Martin sisters perhaps was not exaggerated. In this small convent, they now made up 1/5 of the population. Despite this, and the fact that Therese was a permanent novice, they put her in charge of the other novices. Then, in 1896, she became ill. She kept working without telling anyone until she became so sick a year later that everyone knew it. Worst of all, she had lost her joy and confidence and felt she would die without leaving anything behind. Her sister Pauline already had her writing down her memoirs and wanted her to continue so they would have something to circulate on her life after her death. Therese's pain was so great that she said if she had not had faith, she would have taken her own life without hesitation. But she tried to remain smiling and cheerful, and succeeded so well that some thought she was only pretending to be ill. Her one thing she wanted to be able to do after her death, helping those here on earth. Therese died on September 30th, 1897, at the age of 24. She herself felt it was a blessing that God had allowed her to die at exactly that age. She had always felt that she had a vocation to be a priest, and felt God let her die at the age she would have been ordained if she had been a man, so that she would not have to suffer.
I will return. My heaven will be spent on earth.
After she died, everything at the convent went back to normal. But her sister Pauline had put together Therese's writings and sent 2,000 copies to other convents. But Therese's little way of trusting in Jesus to make her holy and relying on small daily sacrifices instead of great deeds appealed to the thousands of Catholics and others who were trying to find holiness in ordinary lives. Within 2 years, the Martin family had to move because her notoriety was so great, and by 1925, she had been canonized. Therese of Lisieux is one of the patron saints of the missions, not because she ever went anywhere, but because of her special love of the missions and the prayers and letters she gave in the support of missionaries. This is a reminder to all of us who feel that we can do nothing, that it is the little things that keep God's kingdom growing.